Are you gonna do the Burger King foot lettuce? I'll do the Burger King foot lettuce voice again. Whenever it's the documenting, not the character voice. I'll do it for a little bit, see if I get bored of it. Alright, so last we left off, we escaped that one room with the tiles in it. And then now we're in the like electrical chair room. There's no point to try to go back. Let's think about going forward. Alright, so let's just steal a bunch of these tools. You already seen plenty of things that are cooler than that. You are unexpectedly sensitive. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything else here we need. Well, if you say so. Oops. There's something on the screen. The device will conduct this device will conduct the experiment. Once the experiment has been completed, the door will unlock. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks in the sample above. It's a torture chair. We'll adjust the switches and match the blocks up to the top. We don't know what this thing does. Okay. Is this loss? I just kind of want to play around with this for a bit. Did I just solve it? I just solved it. I solved the puzzle already. What does it mean by preparation? I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this. This means one of us has got to sit in the chair. Oh no. Uh-oh. Well, let's try to figure out what to do. A bunch of buttons here with letters A through F on them. So if I press it again, okay. Let's switch something on and off. Red, yellow. The red looks more dangerous, but other than that, the bottom of this one looks like it's covered in rust. Some dials pointing in different directions. The needle on the gauge is at 0. It doesn't seem like it's going to move. Alright. There are a ton of knobs here. Where's Hilda? Hilda, I don't even know where she is right now. She might be sleeping in her room. By sleeping in her room, sleeping on her tower, which has a little house in it. She sleeps inside her house. Do you think repainting Color Splash would be iconic, fitting, or meta? We were thinking about that, actually. But instead, Fred just played it. And then we called it Paper Mario Repainted, as a joke. Small's too whole. there's enough to stick your arm in. Are you sure you want to do that? There could be something dangerous in there. Alright, well... Arm into the hole, and I think I can feel something. It's small, cold, and hard. Doesn't feel like there's anything else in here. Alright, let's see what this thing is. A sun key. Interesting. I use the key here. Tell her I love her when you get the chance. I'm pretty sure Hilda could be like an internet sensation pop star. As popular as a cat can be, which is very popular. Do you think there's something under the glass? I do think there's something under the glass, and I think I can use the key here, maybe. It goes when I kind of knock on it, though. Maybe it's hollow. What's this door? Light. The door will unlock if we complete the experiment. So in other words, we're getting out that door until we finish this experiment. Well, let's do that then. All right. What do I even do? I solve the puzzle and then... Alright, well... Let's click on the chair. Oh. Should probably take a look at the monitor instead. Alright. Disposal tank is closed. Please fill the tank with water. Water tank. Alright, so... Feels like it's got some movement to it. I should be able to pull this one. Pull the lever! Oh, shit. It's just water going somewhere. This looks like it's underneath us. That means the floor. Look. What is oh, damn! I can see through the glass now. Alright. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, shit. What is this? EOBF. EODF, sorry. EDBF. I can't read. There are a couple letters in the color of blood on the belly of the shark. It's dead! Looks like E, D, B, and F. I thought that was like a person, because like, it's got like a person shape to it. So E, oops, no. E, D, B, F. The puzzle has to be sent in a specific way. Thing isn't going anywhere. Alright. Okay, so... Oh, you have to look at the monitor, that's right. The restraining device is unlocked. Please seat the subject in device. The message on the screen was disturbingly detached. Well, like we thought, it's not going to work unless someone sits in it. Ironic how this would be the situation in which this slim, beautiful body is useful. Lotus, are you sure I can sit in it and you can solve? If we screw it up, Seven can bring himself to finish his thoughts as I fell to the floor. Junpei followed them. Beneath them was the dead shark floating underneath. Beneath them was the dead shark floating underneath the glass. Perhaps it had been killed by an electric shock. The girl wife the blue hair is Juono. That's a good. Welcome to the stream, Tennis Baby. Good to see you again. No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair too, you know. I just don't want to stay in this room any longer than we have to. Go over that screen and let's get this over with. After her words had made it clear Lotus would look with book no argument, she turned and walked towards the chair without hesitation. But she did not sit down. Despite what she said, she did indeed feel hesitation. Her legs shook. Do you... God. I'm too comfortable with that. Look, do you think you could do me one last favor? Don't say last. You're making me nervous. Oh, she's gonna die. If something happens to me, I want you to tell my daughters that I love them very much. She's a MILF! Daughters? You've got kids? Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei. They're twins. I had them when I was young, after some things happened. Oh no. Their names are... What? Nona? Junpei's words shot out before even realizing what he was saying. He remembered the story Seven had told him. Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were there in the experiment, I mean. What the hell's wrong with you? Lotus took a step back from Junpei. Seven looked, and just as shocked as Junpei, he blinked his eyes rapidly, as if he weren't sure if he was completely awake. No, it couldn't. Lotus, your last name is Kashiwabara? Lotus's eyes went wide. How do you know that? Are you serious? What the hell is this? There's no way you're that kid's mom. That kid? What do you mean, that kid? Why are you acting like you've met her? Seven's brows furrowed. I have. What? Yeah, I met one of your kids. When? 9 years ago. Where? On this ship. Why were you... It's not a short story. I don't care how long it is. Please, tell me. What happened here? Seven glanced at Junpei and turned back to Lotus and began to speak. It was the same story that Junpei had heard only minutes before in every detail. At last, Seven finished. Lotus shook her head. Oh my god. Everything I've been looking for the last 9 years. The person who had all the answers was right here. That's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared. 9 days later, they came back. They never told me what happened over those 9 days. I took them to the doctor, but I was told they had been hurt in any way. Still, I was sure they had been through something terrible, so I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it. Even if I did, I'd force them to relive their horrors they'd been through. I didn't have any choice. I had to try to ignore it and move on. A few months passed. Gradually, they started to act like they had before they disappeared. They smiled, made jokes, and did all the silly things kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask about what happened. How could I ask them to remember that? Eventually, I knew there was no way I could do it. But I'm still a mother. I couldn't simply forget something that terrible had happened to my children. So I decided to investigate what had happened on my own. I would find out what happened during those 9 missing days. What did you find out? Nothing. The police pretended to be concerned, but they didn't do anything. Once the 16 children who had gone missing came back, they were just swept under the rug. Even the media didn't talk about what had happened. I figured something probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouth shut. Cradle Pharmaceutical. No, probably something even bigger than that. Cradle Pharmaceutical? Have you heard of them before? No, that's the first time I've heard that name. Seven, how did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceutical was connected to the kidnappings in the first place? I figured finding out what the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. And that's what any good cop does. What did they have in common? Every single one of those kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point. The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceutical. After that, it was just about connecting the dots. The hospital. The hospital. For a while, I was trying to get some kind of story out of the kids at the hospital. One of them told a weird story. Have you heard about the Gansfield experiment? I guess all those kids I'd go through it while they're at the hospital. I think it was passed off as some sort of counseling. Seven cleared his throat and proceeded to explain the Gansfield experiment. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another. Then a series of video images were shown to subject Q, who was told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them. Subject A, on the other hand, puts on a large reclining chair and giving a blindfold with their senses cut off. A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at. Whoa. This like brings back the memory of when I was playing earlier, when I was like, what does this image look like to you? And it's like, oh, it's a dog. The telepathy experiment. Rolled over the words in his mind. That's how the experiment on the ship was supposed to work. Experiment to control people, right? I don't know if any of the telepathy stuff really exists. Maybe someone from Cradle Pharmaceutical bought into it. Lotus grunted. There's the Honor Game Zero. Why were we kidnapped? What does that have to do with telepathy? I know I brought all this up, but I have no idea. Maybe none of this stuff is connected after all. Then, in that moment of silence, no subject has been detected. Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds, all power will be shut down. System recovery is estimated to take 1 hour. If you wish to proceed with the experiment, please seat the subject in a restraining device. Okay, I'm going. No, that's not what we... Hurry up and get it over with. Junpei, I'm counting on you. Jeez, this is getting intense. Junpei looked on her one last time and made his way to the monitor. Please tell me right away if you feel anything weird. Lotus was putting on the best act she could manage, but her legs were shaking so much that she couldn't have been sitting. She was likely to have fallen down. Failure was unacceptable. Junpei took one last deep breath and stared at the monitor. Alright, looking good. And I got it, I think. Let me check the other side again. Alright, got it. Experiment has been concluded. The door will now unlock. I can hear the door unlocking, and now I've got a new message. Release subject from restraining device. So what happened? This isn't Kirby, I want my lawyer. Kirby's gonna be later on tonight. So just you wait. More Kirby coming later. So, look, what did that do? Did that do anything to her? Outside of the room, a hallway led off to their left. With nowhere else to go, they started down it, turned left twice before they saw an elevator. In silence, they jogged up to it. Junpei pressed the C button. The elevator motor groundway, and long before they found themselves once again on C deck. The door opened and they stepped off. Junpei, Lotus, and Seven nodded at one another and took off running down the long hallway in front of them. Their destination had already been decided. The door behind the central staircase was the sun symbol engraved on the keyhole of that door. Junpei had the sun key in his pocket. The key would open the door. It had to. That's why they ran towards the central staircase. Jupiter door was already unlocked. Junpei grabbed a hold of the doorknob and threw it open. They rushed through and stopped cold. The terrible silence before them and made their blood run cold. Holy shit! Blood was boiling hot. He could feel his mind beginning to fade. Oh my god. He couldn't think, he couldn't concentrate. His mind was blank. What the hell? What the hell happened? Seven's voice was weak and broken. He edged towards the bodies, his movements stiff. He bent over Clover, pressed his fingers to her wrist. Nothing, she's dead. Suddenly Lotus moved. Before he understood what was happening, her hand was in Junpei's vest pocket. The key, give me the sun key. Why do you think we have to get out of here before the murderer comes back? The person who had killed them was... No, it couldn't be true. June isn't there. Oh, fuck. Before Junpei could react, Lotus dove back into his pocket and came out with the key. Oh no. Junpei shut his eyes and swallowed his emotions. Morning had have to wait. Soon they found him in front of the door. Oh. Special guests showing up. Hello. Hi. Nothing happened. Didn't feel it unlock. Is the wrong key? I don't know, maybe. Oh shit. Leaned against the doorknob, she felt it twist. A small gap appeared between the door and the frame. What the hell is this? You mean the door was already unlocked? Oh god. They stepped inside. In front of them was another hallway. Hilda, are you scared? Are you scared, Hilda? They began to run. Faster and faster they ran, trying to desperately reach the end of the hallway. A few seconds later, they were there. In front of them stood a massive metal door. They were all breathing heavily as Junpei spoke. What the hell is this door? I can't see anything that looks like a doorknob or switch or lever or card reader or anything. How the fuck? He said fuck. How are we supposed to open this? We don't have a choice. We're gonna have to go back. I'm not going back there. There's a murderer back there. I don't see any other doors. As he spoke, Seven stepped towards the door in front of them, as if to illustrate that it was the only door. It opened, nothing surprising, a simple automatic door. I had a really bad feeling about all this. The other doors were already unlocked, and this one's automatic. We haven't seen anything like this before. How could their situation possibly get worse? 3 people were already dead. They hit the bottom. Junpei told himself there was nowhere to go but up. He stepped through the door. Whatever hope Junpei managed to summon disappeared. No. It wasn't true. It couldn't be true. It was impossible. Utterly impossible. It was a dream. It had to be a dream. A nightmare, yeah. It was a nightmare. If he could just wake up, he was seeing things. Yeah, that was it. It It was a hallucination. A lie. It wasn't real. It wasn't real. It wasn't real, right? June. No, no. The codenames meant nothing now. Connie? Connie? Connie. Oh shit, she's dead too. Is it Snake? No, Snake is dead. Wait, no. This doesn't make any sense. Connie, hang on. She moaned, her eyes fluttered open, but only barely. Jumpy. Her face was pale and her lips were cracked. Her eyes blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei but saw nothing. Put his hand against the small of her back to hold her up. It was warm and wet. He lifted his hand up. It was covered in blood. It was all he could do not to break into tears. Jumpy, I'm sorry. Her voice was thin and a minuscule thread that was only keeping her with him. I might not make it. I was really happy to see you again, Jumpy. Really happy. What could he do? He looked up at Connie's desperate for something, anything. Then he saw it. A small submarine. A submarine? What on earth was a submarine doing here? Didn't matter. Nothing mattered except saving Connie. Canny. Is it Canny or Connie? Canny. I'm gonna say Canny because it looks like Kansas. Ken. It's the only thing he wanted. Junpei turned his head back to look down at her. Hang on, alright? There's a submarine over there. I'm gonna see if it works. No, don't go. Please, don't go. Just stay with me, okay? I want to be close to you, Jumpy, when I... Canny. Jumpy, do you know? You meant a lot to me when we were kids. I liked you for a long time, Junpei. Really long time. Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of deep heat in his heart, like a white-hot flame. Jumpy, do you remember how we hung out a lot when we were kids? We went to the pool and to the fair. Do you remember playing snowball at the school? They're all memories I'll never forget. All of those moments are treasures to me. But I also wanted to go a lot of other places with you, a lot more, but that won't happen now. No, I mean, yes, it will happen. We'll go to all sorts of places, Canny. You hear me? I promise we'll go wherever you want. Really, I swear. This makes me happy, really happy. She said it to herself over and over, a weak smile creasing over her tired face. Jumpy, I feel sleepy. No, Canny, don't fall asleep. Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much. It was Connie, because Akane. Okay. Connie! Time passed. Junpei wept, curled around Connie's body. He cried and cried until he had no tears left. When the last tear fell, Junpei was no more. His body remained, but only as an empty shell. Somewhere he heard a bell ring. It was the clock at the central staircase. It rang 5 times and faded. 5 o'clock. Quietly, gently, softly, he set Connie down to the floor. Slowly, Junpei stood. Only then did he realize that Seven and Lotus had not followed him. Where had they gone? He looked around the room. There was nothing, no sign that they had ever been there. Felt as though every part of Junpei's body was made of lead. Slowly, he made his way to the door he'd come through. He approached it, opened, sliding apart with a sound like a grinding stone. Then, who killed everyone? Junpei passed through the gate and into the hallway. Oh my god. His heart rattled in his chest, an empty, lifeless thing. It had been so utterly broken that there was nothing left to feel. He saw their bodies. He simply stared. It's a lake, a sea of blood. 2 bodies lay in it. There was no need to check. There was no breath left in him. His eyes lit on Lotus's wrist. Her bracelet was gone. He stared. It meant nothing to him. He didn't care anymore. Who couldn't care anymore? Junpei's body felt numb. Part of him knew the lump of lead in his chest had once been a heart. He couldn't quite remember what it had been for. Tears from his eyes in great streams, but he wasn't sure why. He gave up on trying to make them stop. He turned around. The door was opened again, and slowly, numbly, he walked through. He kept walking. Why stop? An object set in motion, simple inertia carried him forward. Eventually, he found himself in front of the submarine. His arms reached for the hatch. What? And then he was floating in the water. His eyes stared down into it. He couldn't see the bottom. His back was hot. Dimly, he felt the blade of a knife in it. Who? One dead body behind door number 5. The body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room. The body of Snake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Was it 0? This doesn't make any sense. There were 2 corpses. One of 7 and Lotus. And in the very room lay the body that had been Connie. And just now Junpei would join them. Who had killed them all? Are you upset too? Aww. Junpei let out one last breath faintly as he felt the bubbles creep up to the side of his face. His consciousness... Oh. Are you... Hi. Meow. What? That was it? That was the ending I got? So essentially you're just telling me I got the bad end. My Discord's gone. Oh, God. Alright, so that was a pretty good game. I liked it. I didn't like the ending that I got. I'm kind of upset. Very upset, actually. Do I have a fast forward button? Can this emulator do fast forward? The end, or is it? There are a total of 6 endings, 2 of which are required to see the true ending. You've reached one ending. The game has multiple endings. In order to experience all the endings, you need to save now. Once you've saved, you can restart the game with information you've acquired in this playthrough saved. Once you begin the game again, you can skip through the text you've already seen. Simply press right on the control pad to fast forward through the lines you've already read. Once you reach lines you haven't seen or new choices, it will automatically stop. Memories of the escape option have been added to the escape menu. Memories of the escape enables you to play the stages you've completed. It's recommended to save after this in order to unlock the memories of the escape. Huh. Do I want to play a little bit more? Because I kind of want to. We'll start from the beginning of the game with the information of previous playthroughs. Welcome to the stream, Scump. So let's just check out what happens, okay? And depending on what I like, if I like what I see, then we'll continue. Can I just like skip through this puzzle, or do I have to do this puzzle all over again? I need a new Discord link. Is the one on the Discord not work, or on the Tumblr not working anymore? I'll get the link up on our BRB, because then when we start switching through. It doesn't look like I can skip through it. No. I got a question. Can you repaint iOS app? Sorry. I don't know. I really don't know. So blue key. Oops. Fuck. Shit, okay. I don't remember the number combination. Do you want guidance to the true ending? It can be kind of cryptic to figure out on your own. I'm gonna do one through, try to get through another ending, just to see. Oh my god, Andy noticed me. I'm noticing you! I just answered your question! I'm gonna just try to get through one ending, see if I can make it through. See how I still feel about this game, and then, you know, do whatever. Okay, solid, clear, upright, solid, downright. Okay. So 0. Meow. So 0, 2, 6, 0, 2, 6. Fuck. 0263. 0263. 0. No. 0263. No! Hit the wrong button. Explains digital roots. Go over here. Seven, 4. Let's see, 7, 4. 7, 4, 8, 5. 7, 4, 8, 5. 7, 4, 8, 5. Oh, I didn't pick up the key. Whoops. Where's the red key again? I don't remember where the red key is. Oops, no, go back. The blue key was in there. I thought it was underneath like one of these things. I don't remember where the key is. Oh, alright. Okay. Got it. But can you teach me how to repaint games? Nope. We can't do that. I mean, you could probably find out. If you join the Discord, you can probably find out how. There's a lot of people in there who know. Sorry, I forgot the combination already. It was 7, 7, 4, 7, 4, 8, 5, 7, 4, 8, 5, 7, 4, 8, 5, 7, 4, 8, 5. Oops. It's digital root 5. So if I add up to 16, right? No, not 16, 14. So... Fuck! Can't join your Discord, your link is invalid, expired. There's one on the Tumblr that's still active, last I checked. So if you join our Tumblr, games-repainted.tumblr.com, you can join our Discord. Unless they gave through like the fast forward function. I probably wouldn't play this over if I didn't have this function. I think I'm gonna try to like stay with her whenever I can. So long. How did I play through this game? Akane. Oh, Connie. I get it. Yeah, Akane. That's her name. Exposition. So I was like trying to play my Nintendo Switch today. I was trying to play some Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which whenever I start up Kirby, you'll probably see that I'm playing Xenoblade. I fell asleep while playing it today, and that's why the stream started so late today. It's because I was sitting in my bed playing Xenoblade. I guess I got really sleepy and took my glasses off because my eyes, like, I kept like rolling on my side, and then when you have glasses on, you like push it up against you and it's really uncomfortable. And then so I took them off, and then I was like laying on my side. I just straight up fell asleep. And then I woke up like 3 or 4 hours later, and then I was like, I'm supposed to be starting the stream at 6. It was like 7, so it's like, fuck. Xenoblade 2 is actually pretty good. I like the acting in it is terrible in my opinion. It's really bad. But I think it's really charming in some sort of way. I wouldn't say it's really bad. It's got some sort of thing to it. I don't know. It feels right. Sans and June, do you think you'd give me a hand here? The pun was too on the nose, but the mood was grim. Sans and June lifted their arms in silence. Do you like the Ardanian soldiers? I don't remember how the Ardanian soldiers sound like. I know they patched it out, though, that the Ardanian soldiers used to say this one line over and over and over again. But, yeah, since then I didn't really notice it. A lot of it I'm just kind of focusing on their attacks, too. So... Honestly, whenever I play Xenoblade 2, like, I kind of tune out whenever I fight. Like, I focus on the visual cues. Like, I focus on me, myself, when I have to cancel my attacks and my arts, and then focusing on my teammates, so they use the right arts at the right time, or, like, they use their driver art? No, blade arts. I just kind of, like, it's a good game to, like, focus, like, on the individual things, so and to, like, tune out and easily, like, lose yourself in it. Think you can take me? It's not patched out, but I think they say it less. This is 9, 8, and 5. 5, it's 3. Would it be 3? Would be 3, wouldn't it be? Hold on, 11. So 11, and then another 11. It's 22. Be 4, right? Yeah. I could have did my math wrong. See, what I kind of want to do is go through the same ending, and then instead of going into the torture room, to go with June instead. I think I'm gonna try to do that maybe, because I know all the answers to the puzzles already. But I don't know. Should I do that, or should I like try to go with a completely different route? Get the same stuff out of the way, I suppose. Hey, Banana Man. Welcome to the Twitch stream. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I wish I could like, I could like jump straight to like the branching points, because that would be extremely nice. Beep 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 beep. You can in the iOS and Steam versions. Yeah, I think that's what someone told me. But I haven't just bothered to pick them up because I'm like, hey, I don't want to pay for shit. I'm a cheap ass. So it's that dog image. Let's take the matches. A lot of this stuff is just gonna be like empty stream now because I don't really have anything to like talk about. It's kind of done and then there. Check the pillows. Nothing. No. All right. Water. Oh, the map. That's right. I gotta get the map. Okay. So I got that. And then she tells me about the Titanic is the actual Titanic. The actual Titanic? The actual Titanic? You mean it like slipped through time and ended up here before the ship sunk on April 14th, 1912? The hell are you smoking? Did I get it wrong? Slipped through time? Seriously? I was just talking about the controversy surrounding the Titanic. Haven't you heard of it? It's pretty famous, you know? The Titanic had a sister ship that was essentially identical. It was called the Olympic. Wait, what about the Massive, or what is it called? So they made the Olympic up just to look like a brand new Titanic. And the real Titanic never sank? Yeah, the ships got swapped. The real Titanic was renamed the Olympic in secret, and it was used as a passenger ship for more than 20 years. I think that it retired in 1935? Yeah, I guess sometime around then. Well, what happened to it after that? I heard it was dismantled. Sank in the Atlantic because of what? The curse. What do you mean a curse? Curse is a curse. The only one is the curse of the Egyptian mummy. Stolen from a pyramid. Yeah. And right now we're going back to the old stuff. Alright. Back to puzzle solving. Dresser key. Nothing in there? No. I can check the bathroom. I have to check for the hole in it, so I can't. Wait, nope. Wait, there's something in the toilet, I think. Or maybe something on the roll? No. Alright. Alright. We got the candlestick, and then we go into the other room. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Now we combine the matches and the candle. Now we have a lit candle. Now we can go into the room. Crystal key, and then I got a puzzle piece. Shower curtain. So you've discovered one of the worst parts about the game. I have. Oops. Candlestick key. I don't remember where I used that key. Oh, do know. No, shit. It's not where I wanted to go. Oh, that's right. I have to leave now. Okay, and then I go into the bathroom. Oops, and then I get this guy over here. So I got 2 pieces. I need 1 more. I don't remember where it is, though. Oops. Okay. Leave. Choose Funyarinpa. Oh yeah, it's over here. I'll be sure to choose Furinpa then. I made a Mii called Relicio and to use him in Smash with Mushroom Cap in homage to Super Todio 64. Oh my god, Super Todio. Super Todio 64 is just like the pinnacle of repainting in my opinion. Like it's not a repaint, but like it's what repaint should be. It's just really good. I really like that ROM hack. I don't think it can get any better than that. Alright, so no, that's not what I wanted, but okay. So that goes there. I found it. I solved it. Shit. I was clicking on the wrong one. I got the Mars key. This telepathic stuff is just kind of creepy. It's kind of interesting, but yeah. Funyarinpa. Fuyarinpa? See, it totally looks like one here, here, and here, indicated on the parts of the picture that look exactly like the other parts. After 3 seconds of silence, Lotus looked at Junpei. What the hell is a Funyarinpa? What do you mean, what the hell is a Funyarinpa? You mean you don't know? How the hell should I know? How could you not know? That's practically blasphemous. You say you're sorry. Apologize to the Funyarinpa. Goodness, you're such a rude woman. Another 3 seconds of awkward silence went by. Lotus opened her mouth and she shook. Junpei, are you just screwing around? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. This is a dog. See, like this. It's a funyarinpa. Whatever that is. But you disrespected the funyarinpa. I don't know what funyarinpa is. Hold on, I'm gonna Google this right now. Yarinpa. It refers to Junpei's nickname for the dog in the cabin. There's no other thing. Then it's just the name of the dog. Oh yeah, I remember this part. I got stuck inside the freezer and I was like, why? That reminds me, there was like this urban legend thing in Canada, because that was a thing. At least on the west coast of Canada, there was this thing called the Oingo Boingo. And I have no idea what it was about. I just know that there was someone my friend who lived out in the west coast, and they're like, yeah, the legend of the Oingo Boingo. I was like, what the fuck is that? And it's like, it's a lake monster, or it's the ocean monster. It's like the Loch Ness monster, but it's like the Oingo Boingo. I was like, I don't fucking know what this is. It's sort of like the Sasquatch, how like Saskatchewan, the thing with, it's like Bigfoot, but it's called the Sasquatch. But like, I don't even know what the fuck the Oingo Boingo was. I know like the Oingo Boingo, is it a band or is it a song? Oingo Boingo. The band, yeah, it was the band. Oingo Boingo the band, living in the ocean, eating surfboards. Yes! Maybe it wasn't Oingo Boingo, maybe it was like the Bonga Longa or something like that. I don't know. Something stupid like that. And I was like, this sounds like a load of bullshit. I like how "what are you smoking" is a common thing that's said in this game. It's like, what are you smoking? Oh god. Look at all that cheese. I'm craving some cheese right now. Well, hold on a second. I gotta turn off my coffee maker before I burn my coffee. Alright, crisis averted. I did not burn my coffee. At least I don't think so. Let me take a sip. Oh, it's a little burnt. But that's okay. I can live with a little burnt coffee. don't remember how you're supposed to get in here. Oh, yeah, I gotta get some oil. I don't remember where to get the oil. Oh, wait, I have the oil, is what I have. Now we get stuck in the freezer! I actually got stuck in a freezer once before. Not like dramatically stuck in a freezer, but like this. Obviously it wasn't like frozen over. But I was like, I don't remember where it was, but I remember it was like this. I might have been like at work one day because I used to work at a Walmart. I think I got stuck in the freezer. No, it wasn't Walmart because I probably would have gotten fired for like messing around. I just remember like being in a cold place and like not being able to leave. Getting stuck in the beer fridge at the conveni is the worst. Is that a thing? Is there like I've never seen a beer fridge at a convenience store. I also like how you use the word conveni, like konbini, like the Japanese thing. It just seems weird. Water's a liquid. Oh, we're doing this thing again. Melting point is 96 degrees. Are we still talking about this? That's interesting. There we go. Now Ice 9. I feel like all the stuff that they're talking about has to do some sort of like importance to the story, but like I just don't care right now. Like it's kind of intriguing, but like I don't know how these connect. It like doesn't, and because it doesn't connect, I'm like I don't know what the fuck you want me to do. Could have sworn I needed something else. I need that. Yeah, I need that raw chicken. Is this it? That's it. Or not raw chicken, frozen chicken. Now we need a bottle. Not to spoil anything, but you need to choose some choices to get towards the true ending. I mean, that's how I feel. Like, you have to learn things to get to the true ending? Is that what you're getting at? You know what, while we're at it, just combine this and this while we're here. Do I need a bottle? Is the bottle in here? Yeah, there we go. Some things you have to do are pretty cryptic. Like you have to ask about what the number 4 is significant towards, and you're like, 4 is a ancient Chinese man or something. It means die, so you have to die in the game before you can get the true ending. Why don't they just eat the pork? Pork note. C10F. I don't remember the number combination for this one. Can someone tell me it? C10F. C was 307. Is that it? No. C10F. F is 10. No, so C10F. Oh. Fuck. Is it? Seven. 315. 314. 314. 43. It's 43. Thank you. I'm just too lazy to guess it right now, so I'm like, fuck. Saturn card, please. We're just cruising through this game now. We're going so fast. Speedrun. How many more puzzles do I have to go through? Like 7? I had the weirdest dream last night. Some guy was possessed by some monster, and you know what? Forget it. Well, now I'm curious. Oh, I have like really, really weird, vivid dreams. I think I've talked about this before in my Yumi Nikki playthroughs. But I just have really weird Oh, in fact, I have some dream journal diary stuff here right now. I'll see if I can read some of them out to you. I haven't been keeping track of it as of recently. Like one of them, I was being chased by a fox monster. Like, you know that giant fox from Naruto? I was being chased by that, and I know what it's about in my sense, but you know, it's kind of a personal thing because, you know, dreams are kind of a subconscious thing, right? So they reflect things that are happening in your waking life, and there's some things I kind of just don't want to share. Just because, like, it's kind of personal. Oh, here's one about Resident Evil 7. So, also about me being drunk at a convention. So I was, this uses some, like, real people's names, so I'm gonna, like, redact them. So February 5th on 2018, I'm drunk at a convention with Redacted and her friends. We go to an elevator, but we don't know how to use it. We're running down a hallway when I started shouting shitty Bender impressions, and I kept having fake awakenings, and it was at that part where I was unable to tell if I was dreaming or awake. I kept checking my phone, but every time I would try to check it, I would wake up. Then it turned to another dream that I was in the Baker house from Resident Evil 7. I was fighting this weird person. His name was Vamp. Jack was teaching me how to fight, and at some point, oh shit, I gotta check this. At some point, I and a few others decided to get food somewhere. We hopped into a car and started driving off. I crashed the car, but it's following GTA rules, so it doesn't matter. I don't know what that means, but it was following cause like, it was like, I was being chased by cops too. I remember that part. So yeah, that was an excerpt from my dream diary. Do you have to, like, check this? Oh, you don't have to search anywhere? Fuck. Well, too late. This is the part where Snake disappears. I'm not saying anything. Alright, I'm gonna actually read another excerpt from my dream diary. Alright, let's see what we got here. Here's a nap one. Let's see. I'm gonna avoid that one. That one's not very appropriate. Oh, here's another one. It has to do with a convention as well. I was at a convention sitting in my hotel room and a kid... Oh, I love this one. This one's hilarious. A kid and his mom walked into the room. Okay, so yeah, again, I'm at a convention sitting in my hotel room, and a kid and his mom walk into the room, and the kid pours his bottle of liquid, which I assume to be juice, all over me. It ruins my Switch and Nintendo 3DS, and I get upset and demand they replace my stuff, and they refuse to do so, so I take them to court. I lose the court case, and I have to pay legal fees on top of replacing my Switch and 3DS. And it switches to another dream where I was trapped in a bar similar to the one in Catherine. We were being attacked by zombies, and I only had a large fork, the size of my arm, to defend myself with. We fight our way to an airport where we look to be rescued. Yeah, I have weird dreams. Just something to make you think there. The latter one sounds like the Left 4 Dead mods. It kind of does, to be honest. This puzzle. Oh, that's another thing I noticed about me. I have dreams that switch into other dreams. So like I usually dream, I'll have more than one dream a night. Ethanol. Oh, that's right. Just check the window. I don't remember all the stuff I have to do here, so... Check the tools here? No. Now we need the power cable, right? I don't remember how to do this puzzle. Left 4 Dead MMDs. Oh, geez. I feel like that exists somewhere. Like Sexy Zoe doing a dance or something like that. Alright, now I have to check this. Be like, oh shit, can't do it. And then we gotta go over to Clover. And she's like, hey, Is there a power cable over there? And I'll be like, yeah, there's a power cable over there. Oh, it's over here. It's on the monitor. Okay, and then we go over here. We get the adapter. We combine them. Sexy grandma. Foxy grandpa. Check this. Then we get the key. I really want to get to playing Kirby like really quickly. This is kind of annoying me right now. I'm just like, I want to play Kirby. Power stored. Okay. Back over here. Okay, no. And then it's gonna start the fire! Now we leave. Still here. Okay. So I'm just thinking about the ending I got just now. I'm thinking about it. And you know how like we did the experiment on Lotus, right? Was there like a thing where maybe someone was being controlled, or like maybe Junpei was being controlled and he killed everybody, but he didn't think he was killing everybody because he was being controlled. He's like, oh shit, things are happening. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but who knows? Who knows? God, I I've never, never been in an elevator with a man alone before. Even so, she would seem awfully alarmed. I might get wet. Down there, I'd get soaking wet. Alright, enough of this. This was really funny. This interaction is absolutely hilarious. It's absolutely cool. All right. All right. 6. So we're getting close to where we were before. I see that a lot of the dialogue takes up a lot of the game. Snake is dead. That LR really just... He wasn't sure. I'm just wondering about the one thing. What's that? How can you be sure that Zero's on this ship? I confess I'm a little disappointed that you're usually rather sharp. Isn't it obvious? This ship. Zero said this ship several times when he addressed us. I'm Zero, the captain of this ship. The purpose of this game is to leave this ship alive. This ship has begun to sink. If he weren't here, he wouldn't say this ship. He'd say something like that ship or the ship. Hmm. I can't remember how to like check the log again. Wait, what was that? The map? Oh, okay. How do I check the log? Can I check the log? Hear what Ace said? Exactly, he said we shouldn't suspect one another for no reason. No reason? I've got a great reason. He held at his left arm. Wire bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelets. I don't think the Zero's hiding somewhere with us. If he's doing that, he could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something they weren't supposed to. It'd be a lot more precise and a lot easier, but if that's the case, then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the bracelet? Got a point. I'm not done. The puzzles here to run by themselves. In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward. Why is that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that? He left the question hanging in the air and looked at the others. It was Sans who answered. So you say Clover... let's say you and Clover are right. Zero's one of us. If that's the case, it'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us or control anything remotely. That's why the puzzles are run by themselves. Is that what you're getting at? You said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right? Something like that. Alright, then I've got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right? So what do you get if we combine those? If we fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this. Whoever killed Snake, Zero, one of us. 7 and Ace's theories, mutual aren't exclusive, complement each other really well. They do if Zero's one of us. Did you know repainting a Flash game is super easy? Probably. You just gotta replace some assets. What are his motives? Yes, the motive is the most important. Why would Zero hide as one of us? Well, that's because he choked. You hadn't thought about that. To be honest with himself, he had no idea. I don't know. In other words, you only had circumstantial evidence. I don't think it'd be enough to go on, you know? We need to move now. 7, Clover. I know how you feel, but it's important we trust one another, don't you? GNK couldn't bring himself to respond. He swallowed the words and wanted to say inside. Alright. So this is where I think the branching point is. How do I check? Okay, that's how we do it. Okay. So I want to keep with June. That's what I want to do here. Just give it up, Lotus. It's not like I want to hang out with some exhibitionist grandma. I said check that's not a crime, but what about the common decency? Half-naked raisin. Alright. Door 2 always leads to the ending you got. Okay. So I want to stick with June. So June wants to go through door 6, so I'll go through door 6. I want to go through door 6. Flipped open the piece of paper. Dude, this right here legit is my favorite game ever. Thanks, Tomfoolery. I don't know why I say thanks, but like, yeah, it's pretty good. Door 2 is it's the ending you got. I repainted a toddler game called Baby Hazel. Sounds cool, I guess. Repaint one of those like teeth mauling games that you see at on those websites, you know. And it's not even websites, it's like the what are they called? Fucking app stores. I haven't been paying attention. I just kind of been going through it, talking about teeth mauling app store games. Junpei door 6. Of course it did. He written it after all. Chose door blah blah blah. That's not enough people to open a numbered door. Digital route doesn't match up either. But our digital route is 5. If we're going to go to that door, we need a 1. Damn, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do? He crossed his arms and did his best to put his thoughts in order. The others followed suit with little result. Eventually, Clover broke the silence. Why don't Seven and Lotus go through door 1 with me? What about me? Isn't it obvious? Wasn't one of the teams just complaining that they didn't have a 1? You mean I should join Sans team? Oh. I think I just figured out how to get one of the true endings because of what you guys said in chat. It's not a spoiler, but like I just thought about it now. Okay, you know, you can tell me if I'm wrong or not, but like I go through 3 doors this entire game. I go through 4 or 5, 1, 7, or 8, and then 6, 2, or 1. So if I choose the 3 doors, they have to add up to 9, and I get one of the good endings. I won't say good endings, but like I get an ending that leads to the true ending. And then like after you get those, after you choose the right doors that lead you to the right endings, you can get the true ending by equaling up to 9. Like I think that's it. I'm not completely sure, but that sounds right. Right, Edict is a silent one. Let's go. Sans words jolted them to action, and they stepped out of the elevator. Before long, they arrived in front of the door 6. One by one, they put their palms over the red. With a soft electronic noise, it authenticated each of them. The door opened. All at once, the 4 of them leapt through it. Fortunately, the dead was easily located enough and been placed quite close to the door they'd enter through. The countdown had ceased, but Junpei's heart was still pounding in his chest like a frantic, thunderous drum. He felt as though it might shake himself up out through his throat. He'd been through doors 3 times, but blah, 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 blah. He's anxious to find the adult, however. He'd be free of this ridiculous game long before that happened. Let's go. It's everything made of iron and more a little threatening. Hold on, what doors did I go through already? 4 and 7, right? And I'm going through 6, so that's 7 and 6. Does that have a root of 9? It was gargantuan, made of entirely metal. None of the accents of wood or tile had been seen in the rest of the ship. This room is purely functional, but utterly tremendous. Sam's got a few words out in awe before awe stole the rest of them. The rest were too stunned to offer anything more than gasps. It was easily the largest. This is easily the room they'd seen yet. Do you want to know if your theory is right? I'm 100% sure my theory is right. I just get this feeling that I'm right because this number 9 is really stupid. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm like 100% certain that my theory is 100% correct. 100%, 100%. It's wrong. Damn it! It sounds like it would be a thing, though. It's dead wrong. Steam engine room. It's the thing that looks like a cross-section of a mushroom. The thing that looks like a cross-section of a mushroom is the boiler. Do you see the 3 round doors near the bottom? Coal is put into those, burned, and heats the water, producing steam, the same thing that drives steam engines. One is simply somewhat larger. Even if Ace is right, the boiler was boiling and nothing as they approached it. Suddenly, Junpei heard a noise behind him. He turned just in time to see June collapse to her knees. Oh shit, she's dying again. He dashed towards her, wrapped his arms around her shoulders to steady her. It was then that when he noticed, you're really warm, your fever's coming back. Yeah, it's probably is, I'm fine. Please don't worry about me. I just need to rest and I'll be fine. Her voice was weak and it said a great deal more than her words did. He carried her to the nearest wall and propped her up against it. She let her head fall back against the wall, as if she no longer had the strength to support it, and drew a ragged breath. Her eyes were empty, as if she were having trouble focusing them, and even speaking seemed difficult for her. Junpei felt his hands ball itself into a fist, clenched tight, his knuckles whitened. He had to find a way out, and quickly. They might not have shared the depths of emotion, but they certainly shared concern. They didn't need words to express the urgency of their situation. Hang in there, June. I'm gonna get you out of here real soon. Managed to get a small nod before leaning back to rest her head up against the wall. Alright, so we have to escape this puzzle, and then another puzzle, I think, and then we'll go into Kirby. Seek a way out! Alright. Let's do the things. It's a square hole, nothing in here. Look at that back wall there. I can see 3 small slots, terminals for some sort of connector, perhaps. Like we're supposed to plug something in here? Perhaps. Alright, so let's ignore that for now. It's probably here to move the coal from place to place. It probably comes from over there. And then the belt carries it down the tunnel out here. So the conveyor belt was moving, the coal would almost certainly come out here. It's a tunnel. Goes all the way across the ship. So let's... Huge oven for the boiler. There are 3 open areas to it. Each open area has a gear in it. A bunch of wooden boxes over here by the wall. A golden gear. It looks like it was golden. Prepared especially for the game. Looks like there's a door over here in this tunnel. The belt over there must deliver the coal, which picked up and thrown into this door. The door should be welded shut, however. Okay, well, since it's welded shut, I guess we have no business doing there. A pair of wooden boxes here. There's nothing in them. Some kind of snowman. Secret meat. Sand. Use them as counterweight when you're lifting something with a pulley system. Okay. This is... unlocks the door to the left. Sand Undertale. What's so important? Look at those stairs. Look at them carefully. That gap, the height, that angle. It's perfect for what? Whatever, just bring Clover here right now. Tell her she needs to walk up and down those stairs. Why? Oh! God damn it, this game is fucking stupid. Just leads it back to there. I haven't found anything that I could use right now. Maybe I'm just not clicking on the right places. Stairs stretch from the catwalk to the boiler. There are a number of these little windows along the inside of this thing. I'm supposed to put coal in through these, but they're welded shut. I don't think we can get these open. Is there something I'm missing here? I don't have anything yet. Wait a second. Oh, these are all different. It's a silver gear. Do you think it's made of pure silver? No way. Silver is way too soft for a gear. It's got to be steel or iron. It's coated with silver. Shouldn't have called it the silver gear then. Shouldn't have gotten your hopes up. The bronze gear. Small door on the side of this tunnel. It's welded shut and won't open. This one's really difficult. I have no idea what to click on. Like, I don't have any item. Pillars like this on the other side. Yeah, you're right. What if I just go to the other side and then... Wait, what? There are two pillars that reach up towards the ceiling. Why am I so stupid all of a sudden? Oh wait, no, I was always stupid. Oh, this is where you put the coal into the furnace. That's right. I had to look at it earlier, but it's rusted shut, I'm afraid. You could check on the other side. Oh shit. The openings for fueling the furnace. If we put some sort of coal in here and ignite it, the steam engine might start working. It's certainly possible. Okay. Where do we get the coal? Beep. Look at that button. It's glowing orange, right? It's gotta mean something. Guess pressing it is the best way to find out if it does anything, sans. Okay, so I gotta find something to put the holes in? The 3 slots? Connecting terminals for something. I don't know where to find that, though. Do I want to hint? Give me a little bit. Oh, wait. Wow. How am I supposed to know that? There are a number of lines engraved on these. They meant to do something rather specific with them. Why don't you move that slider up and down? There's no harm in trying, I suppose. So I think this one, the one that we just moved, is the master. This is the master slider. Let's take a look over here. This is the door we came through. Sliders down. I guess it just feels like giving it a try. Nothing. It won't move at all. Sliders down. Looks like Sans wants to give this one a shot. Damn it, nothing. Sliders down. Well, let's see if I can get this thing to go anywhere. No dice. This thing isn't going anywhere. 2 columns are different from the others. Lights are red. One of the doors in the furnace. There's an A on it. Circular wheel in the center of the door. And then we twist it. Nothing. We should go in here. Alright, let's go. Looks just like the door we went into. Where are we? It must be on the other side. Directly above the conveyor belt. At any rate, we should keep moving. Great deal. We've yet to investigate. Oh, we're on the other side now? Okay. Looks like the bottom connects to the conveyor belt. The coal must have come out of this pipe onto the conveyor belt. In other words, there must be a great deal of coal in that pipe. Let's break it! The catwalk. Alright. Looks like a hand-operated switch. Any way to operate it. That means the wheel isn't attached. Wait a second. Let's go through door B. Looks like the other one we saw earlier, though this one has a wheel on it. Can we take the wheel off? Feel any resistance? Shit. Alright, got the wheel. Alright, now we go to the other door. Door C. Over here. Then we crank that shit. Same from the rope on the winch. Looks like there's some sort of device in the box. Not sure what it is. At any rate, you might as well turn that wheel now. The wheel only turns to the left. It only turns to the left. It means we can't reel up that rope. We only let the rope down. So we need to go downstairs after letting the wooden box go down. Okay, so we twist it, and then we let the box down. Stuck his head out over the side of the catwalk and looked down. The box that had originally been hung below the catwalk now sat on the floor. It had come to rest near the end of the tunnel that covered the conveyor belt. Nowhere near June had collapsed. Near where June collapsed. Doesn't seem to be improving. Ace's expression was inscrutable. It's not going to get better right away, you know. Let's take time. Rats, we are the lab rats. Solving yet another puzzle. What? Alright, how do we get down? I go through door A, that's right. even go through? Yeah. So go down. Wait, where is it? Oh, right there. Control panel for something. Well, look at that. Dude, you did it. What's that? What happened? Juniper, look at the conveyor belt's moving. The conveyor belt. It's moving. And do I get coal? I got coal. Alright. So now we pick up some coal. Oh. Box of coal. And we go this way. And we dump some coal in. We're planning to stoke the furnace with coal, which will heat the water stored there and make steam and then drive something else. Am I correct? In other words, you want to generate enough pressure with the steam power to turn the turbine and drive the steam engine. June. Is that the Ace Attorney from the video game Ace Attorney? It is. It's Ace Man Turney. Smart guy. He solves the puzzle. And he does the win. I don't even know what he does in this game. He's just like a man. Is that what coal sounds like? Device that just lights it. How about if we just go up here and then we flip the switch. You can tell he's professional licensed man because he's got the professional licensed coat. Oh shit, it's turning! Gears, they're spinning. Okay. Gold disc. Right. That's one. Bronze disc. And then the silver disc. Shit. Maybe if we put those 3 discs we found into this thing, there's only one way to find out. Stick them in! That's odd, nothing's happening. Maybe you're, I don't know, putting them in the wrong places. Perhaps you're facing the wrong directions. Perhaps you should rotate the discs to some sort of lines connect one another. I hear Ace Attorney is going to be happening in Space Attorney. Could you imagine? The discs reset. Well, obviously, you can see that this is supposed to make a star sign. So this should be there. This should... Nope, not there. This should make a star sign, and that's the thing that it should do. But I don't know how to do that. Do this, maybe? Nope. I want to feel like that goes there. And this goes here. Nope. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. Here. No. Here. Yes, this is it. This is the solution. I've got it. Like this, and then like this, and then like this. I don't got it. Wait, I got it. I got it now. I got it. Solve the puzzle. Phoenix goes to the moon and eats an all-American hamburger on his all-American kotatsu. Ah, yes, Mount Fuji. The great American natural wonder. So that was like a really easy puzzle. The only thing that made it hard was navigating the room. So you're only interested in being contrary, a side. Give a quick nod to Ace and Sans as he dashed down the stairs. And then they picked her up and then she's dead. Before long, he was back on the first floor next to the conveyor belt and June. As he grew closer, she stood up slowly. He did his best to sound calm and nonchalant, but there was no hiding genuine concern in his voice. Was she blushing? I'm fine. I'm sorry I made you worry. June blushed. Wasn't sure if she was embarrassed or if still feverish, just to make sure he reached out and put his hands against her forehead. Feeling a lot better. Such a warrior, Jumpy. Oops, I mean, a warrior. He wasn't sure if he just made a joke or not, but seeing her smile again made Junpei feel at ease. She was well enough to smile and laugh, and she was really feeling much better. He gave her a friendly poke on the forehead. Let's go. Go where? Alright, I didn't tell you. We got the exit open, so... Great, let's go. She clasped her hands and nodded. As they walked back towards the exit, Junpei noticed Sans sitting on the stairs. Oh shit! Holding something in his right hand, staring at it with a strange expression, Junpei and June slowed down and finally stepped in front of him. What are you looking at? He answered without looking up, his voice quiet. It's a photo. It's my sister. You got a sister? Sans simply nodded. Yeah, kid was cute as a button. She was only about an inch tall. Then... I guess an inch is a little large for a button, probably more like a half inch. Jeez. I was her Santa Claus. I was her Sans Undertale. The sudden revelation took Junpei by surprise. He had no idea what Sans meant. He glanced at June, who shook her head, didn't know either. Have you ever heard of the story of the two Sans Undertales? God, I can't do this anymore. There are two Santas. One of them wore white and the other one wore black. White Santa gave presents to the good kids, and the black Santa played tricks on bad kids. It went on for a while, but Black Santa's tricks started to get worse and worse. Pretty soon the White Santa couldn't stand it anymore. He stabbed the Black Santa to death. When he stabbed the other Santa, the White Santa got covered in blood. And that's why these days his clothes are red. You could say that red is all that's left of the Black Santa. Wonder which Santa I am, the White Santa or the Black Santa. Alright, let's go. He shoved his picture back into his pocket and headed back up the stairs, taking them two at a time. I can't wait to repaint my tax returns. Thanks, Seth. Sans' voice actor throughout the room above them. He nodded and followed him quickly up the stairs. Ace was waiting for them at the top, leaning against the handrail. He looked very tired. The door was shut. That caused for concern. Solved the puzzle again for a second time. Single file they walked through. What? It's gonna be fun. You should like paint some extra zeros on your tax return, by the way. That'll be fun. Is this a warehouse? No, this is a map. Okay, so I gotta solve this one last puzzle, I think, and then we'll get to another ending. And then I'll switch over to Kirby. Alright, so there's a bunch of bags here. I wonder what's in them. More bags! Oh my god. It's him. It's a card, it has a headshot on it. Headshot, yeah. What's the purpose? Are we just not gonna, like... Wait. Wait, what? What the fuck is going on? What the hell? Snake. Stop it. Pick up 3 stories. What are you waiting for, Junpei? This is the next. No shit, Sherlock. Of course it's locked. It's an electronic lock. No, it's a keyhole. Or under the doorknob. So under the store, we gotta find the key that fits the keyhole. It's the monitor's off. Got a green switch here and a red one, so I'm kind of levered. Seems to do none of them seems to do anything though. Maybe the power's off. There's a single green light on the bottom though. It means that we have to check it out. From 1 through 9. Numbers 9 on it is lit. Looks like we're covering something. There's 6 holes here. They look like jacks for a headphone cable. Maybe if we put something in them. Like a fork. So I got those 2. What about this box? Base. Alright. Looks like there's a box up here too. I can go this way. Coffin. Pussy. What's it gonna do with that screw? It's an electric fence. Alright. I believe I can use this. This is ace, right? All the boxes have numbers on them. Bent down, picked up something next to the box. Take a look at this. Cards. It's Lotus. Alright. I think that's all of them. Yep. Find and collected all 9 picture cards that remain to insert the cards at the slots in front of each box. Match our numbers to the numbers on the boxes. For instance, the cards with the picture of Ace on it goes into box 1, Snake 2, so on. Okay. Ace's card went to box number 1, then Snake went to the box number 2, blah, 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 blah. Okay, can we skip this? We don't need to know this exposition. And finally, the 9th man. I love how his name is 9th man. He doesn't have a name. He doesn't have like a code name. He's just 9th man. Each was a single pin. They looked like sewing pins, but much thicker. Okay, this makes sense. I know what I'm supposed to do with these. Okay, so we're gonna go up the stairs again. We're gonna check this out, and then we're gonna shove the pins into here. So 2, 4, and 6 go here. 3, 5, 7. Some of them lit up. Yeah, 3 and 6. I wonder if that's a kind of rule that determines which lights go on. 2.6 on the top port. Hold on. 2. So 3 lit up. So. Yep. It's absolutely the digital route. I've never repainted a game, but it can be easy to do. If anything, it has to take time and can be tedious. Why is repainting a Flash game? Probably isn't one of their top priorities. Yeah, I mean, a lot of other games that we repaint are more, I would say, more involving. Our like turnaround time for repaints are usually around 6 months, depending on how we feel about it. For example, Melee is not. It also like depends on the size of the game too. Like Melee is really too big. We're seriously we're done? Question mark. But we also lost a lot of people that were working on it, so. You know, if someone wants to repaint a game that's small, we'll do it. But yeah, repaint. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's odd numbered, so. Oh my god, no. This sounds like a shitty puzzle. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is turn off 9. So I'm gonna do... I'm gonna turn off 9 immediately. And then try to turn on 1, so... That'll be 9. Seven and 2. Sounds like someone shooting an arrow. So I got 1. Let's try to do 6 and 2 then. So let's do 4, 5, and 6. So it's 9, 8, and 6. So yeah, I can do that. For 2, I want to do 8, 2, and 1. Alright. 3 and 7. Let's do 8, 1, and 3. 7, we do 7, 4, 5. Okay. 4 and 8. Do 6, 5, 2? No, 6, 5, 3. And then for 8, we want 2, 8, 9. Shit. That wasn't right. Okay, so I undid it. Okay. Shit, what was my... What did I do wrong here? Okay, so let's do 8 first. So 8, I want to do... So... I'm going to do 6. 3 and 8. And then for 4, I want 2, 7, and 4. So this one has to be 9, 8, 1. There's no way around it. So it has to be that. For 5, let's do 2, 7, and 5. Got it. Looks like I failed. I got a failing grade. Does that mean, yeah, we gotta do it again? I thought it was doing so well. Oh my god. So I got 9 holes and I have to make it equal F. Okay. So, so F is, so A, B, C, D, E, F, 15. Oh, yeah, I know how to do this now, I think. This is like fucking Sudoku or something. So, the easiest thing is to do, this is 15, 7, I think goes in the middle here. I could be wrong, I think it's 7. So 7 and 5, it's 12, and 3. It's 3, and I don't know, 3 and 8 and 4. 7, 4. No, that doesn't work. Fuck. I know this puzzle. Like I've done this puzzle before. 7 and 4 is 11. So that's not gonna work. All the things have to line up to make 15. Oh god. I think maybe the center is 5 then. No, it's 9? No. 5. 6. Wait, maybe it's... Oh wait, maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. And then 9 has to go... This one has to be a big number. So 9 and... No, that's not right. I'm absolutely certain like the middle has... I'm gonna look this up. I don't want to spend time on this. 3 by 3 add up to 15. Sorry, I would like figure it out by myself, but I don't want to do that shit. This thing is a remote control for that. It's a machine over there, apparently. It's called the Pushmaster 5000. Oh, now I have to do a push puzzle, huh? It's a math question. I've done it before. This push puzzle sucks. Use a guide, please. I'll see. I feel like I'm pretty good at push puzzles. Oh, people are telling me to use a guide, though. Completely programmed in. Alright, so keep that in mind. New material has been added to the file screen. Okay, so let's, keep in mind, there's a limit on the battery. It dies after 50 moves. Okay. So what happens if I don't do it in the 50 moves? Do I lose? Okay, so wait. I have to restart the puzzle. Oh, it just resets the puzzle. Okay, so, so this looks like it's gonna be pretty... I think I can do this. So what I want to do first is do this. I think I fucked it up already. Wait, no I didn't. Oh, wait, yeah, I did. Fuck. I already fucked it up. Wait, no, I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Oh my god, I'm so close. Yeah, like, fuck. I almost got it. Okay, so, like this. And this. And this, then this, then this. This? No, that was not it. Fuck. Okay. Wait, hold on a second. Can I push more than one block? No, I can't. Okay, so we do that. Did I just do the same thing? Oh no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Fuck! Okay, so... what I actually want to do... is get a block into that second from the top one first. Let me try this one first. So this one I feel like should go in first, right? I have to do this. I fucked it up. Okay. So yeah, that... okay. I don't think I was supposed to do that. I wasn't supposed to do that. Fuck. Okay. I almost got it. No, that's not it. Fuck, what did I do? So I did that. And then... no, wait. I started on the top side, didn't I? No, I don't know. I don't remember what I did! Oh. Oh, fuck! I fucked that up! Ah! Okay. I got this. I got this. I kind of know what I'm supposed to be doing now. Okay, so that goes there. And instead I go up this way. Got it. And you guys didn't believe in me. All right. Banana me. Just kidding. Wow. Just open it. All right. And inside was myself. Oh, it's a gun. It's a rusty key next to the key. Was a gun. It's a golden gun. Shut. In his hands it felt heavy. He checked the cylinder. There were 6 bullets in it. He'd never seen a real gun or a real bullet before, so he couldn't tell if these are real or not. The barrel was rifled, but nothing seemed to be blocking it. As I said, the gun was a very old one. However, it appeared to have been very well maintained. If it was a real gun, Junpei thought it functioned perfectly. If it was real, holding the gun made Junpei felt unpleasant. He placed it back into the coffin. You're not going to take it? Of course not. Although something like this is going to cause more trouble. It's a powerful weapon that gives one person a huge advantage. Something like that would be way too dangerous to have around. We're in enough danger as is already. Got that figured out, but you ain't going to leave that key in there, are you? Yeah, of course not. He picked up the rusty key and slid the coffin back into place where they'd found it. Alright. Rusty key. Oops. So, like, what if I just go over there and, like, do I just, like, pick up the thing again? There's a revolver in this coffin. What is it for? I know, I'll be there. So, yeah. I can't pick it up. Alright, so now we just leave. It's opening. I found it! The hallway that left the cargo room straight towards the stern. Junpei and the other three proceeded down its large room, opened up the left-hand side. It looked familiar. An iron gate covered each of the elevator doors. Drew to a stop again, discussing their next move should be. Junpei approached the elevator. Gently, he pushed the triangular button on the wall next to it. A moment passed. Jeez. I'm close to another ending. Am I right? Or pushing the button had apparently restored power to the elevator. The elevator is now functional. Should we return to C deck? You know, this elevator keeps going. If we go back, I think we could see what's down there first. I agree. Let's go. The decision was made, and Junpei and his companions left the elevator behind and continued in the hallway. Sometime later, they found the 9 door, right? I get the good ending, right? Set in the wall in front of it was a door. As far as Junpei could tell, there was no other way to proceed. It was the door or nothing. The door opening is like really Resident Evil-esque. It like, sort of like makes me a little anxious whenever we open a door. It's the 9 door. A large double door, heavy and full of solemn importance. He grabbed the hole of the door and handle and shook. Nothing, but he had expected it to open. And the red sat on the wall next to the door. Its screen read vacant. He stood frozen, unsure of what to think or feel. He spun around, and he couldn't believe what he saw. It was a door with the number 9 written across it. There was a second door? Junpei's voice was barely audible, even to himself. He stumbled across the second door, somehow compelled. It was a small single door. It sat on the starboard corner of the room, on the same wall of the door they'd entered, but from the opposite corner. There was no mistaking it. Red sat on the door as well. He shook the door handle pointlessly and muttered to himself. Why? Why the hell are there 2 doors? There were always 2 doors. Just think about it. 0 never said there was only 1 door with 9 on it. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. Of course, we just assumed that there was only 1. After all, why wouldn't there be more than 1? There were 2 doors. That meant all 9 people who had met at the central staircase could escape and no one could be left behind. Now, the reason for the bracelet numbers being 1 through 9 was clear. Divided by 2, the digital root for both teams would be 9. For instance, 1, 2, 7, 8, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 would be the digital root for both teams would be 9. Or 2, 4, 9, and 1... But there's dead people now. There are other workable combinations, but they all ended in the same way. Digital root 9. What did it mean? The answer was quite simple. From the very beginning, the nonary game was designed to save all 9 people. 0 hadn't been lying. 0 never said there would only be 1 door, but anyone who found themselves in the game would assume that that would be the case. Fights would have broken out. One team would likely betray or deceive the other. However, someone might be hurt, someone might get killed, but eventually they would reach the room. Junpei now found himself in and realized the pointless of whatever violence they'd visit upon each other. So the fact that the 9-man dying doesn't really matter, because no matter what, he just adds basically he adds 0 to the what is it called? The digital root. So basically 9 can die and they can all still live. But now Snake is dead. So here's where things get like weird. How do I like get it so Snake doesn't die? Is there a way that I can make it so Snake doesn't die? One, 3, 5, and 6. The digital root would be 6. In other words, 4 of them couldn't open the door without the number 9. But what if there were only 3? Could 9 be opened with 3 of them? It took him no time at all to determine the answer. There was only one combination of 3 people that would give a digital root of 9. 1, 3, and 5. That would mean leaving behind June. No, we gotta go back. There wasn't a possibility he was willing to consider. Sans and Ace agreed. We cannot leave June behind. Are you sure? I don't mind staying. June's body betrayed her true feelings. Her eyes were wet with beginnings of tears and her legs shook. I'd rather drown at the bottom of the ocean than escape with this sausage fest. I'll go with Atlanta. God, sausage fest. Atlantis. Yeah, that's right. June blinked tears from her eyes and bit her lip. She didn't know what else to say. Even as Ace spoke, they knew finding the others wouldn't improve the situation. There was no way they could be split into teams that could both go through the doors. Ace knew it. They all knew it. But there was nothing else they could do. They would find the other 3, search for another solution. Let's go. Ace looked at all 3 of them, turned to head through the door. Been too busy with other concerns to notice the room itself. But what exactly was it? Looked around the room for the first time, noticing that there weren't any doors with 9 on them. A red carpet ran between the 2 columns of the wooden benches that ran the length of the room. The carpet began at a large set of double doors and ran towards the bow towards Junpei wasn't sure. An altar, perhaps. There was a small rectangular alcove at the end of the carpet, and inside an alcove was a raised platform. Resting on top of the platform was a coffin. A coffin? A coffin? What on earth was a coffin doing in a place like this? Before Junpei had time to answer that question. What the hell are you doing? Let's move. Santa's voice echoed through the hall outside. Okay, be right there. Turned on his heel and left quiet, somber room. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck was that? The elevator took up to C deck. Once there, they had headed back towards the main hall and the central staircase. It didn't take them long. Junpei found Seven and Lotus waiting for them. They didn't look very happy. We got a problem. Clover is gone. What do you mean what do you mean gone? You two went into a door one with Clover, didn't you? Yeah, we went through the door together, but Clover barely spoke to us. She just did her own thing the whole time. There were 4 rooms on the other side of the door. Room 1, she wouldn't let us into the 4th room. She just said, "I'll take care of this one," and shut the door. She must have blocked it with something on the other side. So we waited for a while, but Clover didn't come out. We called for her, but she didn't answer. So I kicked down the door and we went into the room, but it was empty. Clover wasn't there. There was a door on the other wall, and it was open. We figured she opened the door and left by herself. We ran after her, of course, but obviously we didn't find her. You figured that much out. She's gone. You certainly have an excellent timing. He spoke, his voice an edge of resolve and concern. Very well, then we'd best separate and look for Clover. We don't have much time left. Let's begin. She's not here. She isn't. Searched a little longer, but with no luck, they couldn't find Clover. They gave up and left the central hospital room. Slowly, they made their way back to the hallway. And at last, they reached the stairs, and Junpei spoke. So split up back to I'll head back to the stairs. Take the elevator down to E deck. Take the stairs up to B deck. Could you stop calling me by that codename when we're alone? I'll do that. Junpei persisted in calling her June even though they were alone, even though perhaps it was not the best reason. He was embarrassed to call her by the nickname that they used when they were children, Connie. 9 years ago, it came naturally after all. They were children, but now that they were adults, it felt strange. Regardless of what he might hope for, to call a woman he wasn't dating by such a childish nickname felt odd to him. Of course, you could call her Miss Kurashiki. It would be even more awkward. Simply Kurashiki would be a little brusque. Although he couldn't put his finger on why he felt somewhat forward to call her Akane when they hadn't seen each other for so long. In short, it'd be easier to call him June, him to call her June and leave it at that. Alright, I'm going then. Oh, shit. No. Oh, God. Tragedy always strikes when least expects it. Oh, my God. Is she dead? Am I dead? But waiting for a man to stand before striking him down seems almost crueler than dealing a fatal blow while he lies on the ground. In a light in a dark place, June's smile had given him hope, both for escape and possibly for something else. It was that hope that raised his spirits just enough so they might be fully dashed. Oh my God. He opened the elevator door, and there she was. A woman sat slouched against the wall. Lotus. Junpei felt his blood turn to ice. She's dead. Her body was limp, her skin smooth, and pale as always. It was covered in bright red blood. Junpei felt his chest constrict. He couldn't breathe. His legs began to shake. A slow, cold drop of sweat trickled down his back. He felt his stomach somersault. Junpei's mind went blank. His thoughts replaced with endless hissing white. Driven by little more than instinct, he began to walk towards Lotus slowly. Each slow movement, his stiff limbs brought him closer to her corpse. Finally, he stood next to her. Robotically, he bent down and put his hand against her neck. There was no pulse, no rise and fall of breathing. She was slightly warm. Something somewhere in Junpei's shaken mind told him that she had been killed recently. Junpei thought in his mind, slowly returning. She had been killed. Someone had killed her. There was a deep cut on the left side of her chest. Blood still oozed from it, even though clearly her heart had stopped beating for some time ago. The weapon had been a knife then? Perhaps she'd been stabbed in the heart once. She would have died immediately. He took little comfort in knowing she must have suffered very little. Only did Junpei notice Lotus's bracelet was gone. Why is it always her bracelet? Let's discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. You escape from the ship, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship or detects that the wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it'll shut down automatically. Was that why the killer had ended Lotus's life? So they might have the number 8 bracelet? If that was true, then the killer wanted the number 8 bracelet. Perhaps more accurately, the person who would gain the most by obtaining the number 8. Who was that? 8. Wait. Hold up a second. Let's say Snake didn't die. My cat's just like upset. Let's say, wait, no, they saw his body though. So let's say 4 and 8, right? So what's that root number? It would be 3, right? No.
Hilda, chat loves you. Everyone in chat loves you.
Who would benefit from 8? Would it be 2? Wait. Snake went through the first door, which had the Dead Man 9 in there, right? So if we took the 8 one, his root number, no. I don't know. Oh, I died again. A sharp knife cutting through wet meat struck him as strange. The noise came from inside his own body. A moment later, pain hit him. Was it merely pain? Extreme heat as well. He felt as though molten iron had splashed against the side of his body. Finally, his brain made the connection. He had been stabbed, but where? His body was going numb. He couldn't tell where the knife has met his flesh. Given the circumstances, however, he'd most likely been stabbed in the back. However, whoever killed Lotus had now done the same to Junpei as well. His voice was a little more than weak than grown. Yikes. But as he did, the knife dug itself in deeper, twisting viciously. He collapsed to the floor, a puppet with its strings cut. His arms and legs lay where they fell, oddly twisted and awkwardly positioned. Junpei's body felt entirely numb. He could feel the blood leaking out of him, but nothing would move. Nothing save his eyes. He lay on the floor, his life ebbing away. Junpei finally saw his attacker. Two tiny images of the killer reflected in his eyes. With recognition came nothing. He felt no emotion, no anger, not sadness, not regret. The paralysis had claimed his body. That had claimed his body reached his mind. The killer glanced down at his body. Without a word, climbed into the elevator and was gone. His eyesight began to fade, the world grew blurry and began to dissolve into an empty white fog. The fog crept into the edges of his mind and worked inexorably inward. Soon it swallowed up the last of the remained of Junpei's mind and consciousness that left him. There was nothing more. Into utter emptiness he fell, into zero. Whatever Junpei had was been gone. Bad end. So I got a bad end. All right. So I got the knife stab ending now. All right. That's gonna be enough for today. I kind of want to get the true ending now that I've played through this. Like when things are starting to connect now. Oh God, 5, 8, and 5. What's 8 and 5? Or why does it's Lotus's that just keeps going missing at the endings? So I'm like, why? How? Why is this a thing? But I'm gonna take a BRB. We're gonna come back with some Kirby, and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some friendship moments. So yeah. We'll be back. Stay tuned.